Hello everyone, bonjour tout le monde. Welcome to EFA 199 on encompassing what is essential and what is wellness while bringing it to center. And before I do so, I want to ask you to please click on the bell, subscribe, share with those you love and respect so that they may share with those they love and respect as it pertains to longevity. Let me explain to you why. I'm going to start by defining essential. Essential is defined as necessary, extremely important, a thing that is absolutely necessary. While wellness is defined as a state of being in good health, especially as an actively pursued goal. Two things that fit hand in hand that have been affected the most with COVID. When I look at the working class and the wellness class, those are the two categories of groups that have been affected the most. When I look at myself as a 54-year-old man, the soon to be 55 in a couple of weeks here, and I look at my previous life where I truly wasn't healthy, even when I was running a marathon and so forth, and I explained this on previous podcasts, the nums of life, feeding myself unhealthiness. I truly understand now what is healthy and what is unhealthy. And when I look at the world of COVID and what we've temporarily removed from humanity, whether it's through sanctions and restrictions and closures and lockdowns and so on and so forth, where we've shunned those working class and the wellness class, while at the same time we have respected the unhealthy, who are unhealthy through marketing, which is proven by data and facts. They are unhealthy because of the lifestyle they live and all the underlying conditions. A lot of the COVID cases are all tied to unhealthiness. And if you were going to be honest with yourselves, and I know, and I speak from individuals I know personally, and I was one of them, that my unhealthiness came from the life that I live. And those, a lot of them that are affected by COVID or may be affected by COVID is because of the life that they live, if you were to be honest with yourself. Let me move forward here. We are in a world that I've talked about how we're shunning the healthy, and we're shunning the working class, we're shunning the health class and respect to the unhealthy. And we have proven time and again that when we target groups through our own weaknesses, that history looks back with disdain on those with such weaknesses. And that communication starts with governance. It starts from the top. The people that are the servant of the people. The people that are managing the people's money are supposed to serve the people and are supposed to be doing, and I'm not saying they're not doing a good job, but I'm saying they're fragmented. I'm saying they're fractured. They're polluting their own wells with their miscommunication or their ideologies of communication. Different voices, different minds. They're not following their own facts and data. And that's what's happening in the world. And that's why we're so fragmented. I've chosen to travel this year again, something I've been doing for 12 years with my family. And out of love and respect for my own family, through wellness. That's why I traveled here. Behind me is an ocean, and something that I have cherished with my family for well over a decade, and I tell those that listen to understand it's the best secret out there. I travel at Christmas time and New Year's time because I manage a lot of companies and I don't want to get into that, but that's the time of the year that everything slows down, where people that the working class and those that understand the wellness class understand that it's a time of the year that you're able to have peace of mind with those you love and respect. Let me move forward here. I'm going to read something out to you. This comes from the World Health Organization, WHO, on December 9th, 2020, that's just a few days ago, where they released information on the diseases and health conditions of the world. And what they said was the disease and health conditions that are causing the most deaths are those that are responsible for the greatest number of healthy life years lost, which are heart disease, diabetes, stroke, lung cancer, chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, your COPD, which is your major tobaccos, where collectively those likeness are responsible for nearly 100 million additional healthy life years lost in 2019 compared to year 2000. I didn't write this, they did. Your World Health Organization, government bodies are saying that where collectively those likeness are responsible for nearly 100 million additional healthy life years lost in 2019 compared to the year 2000, with major causes being unhealthy diets, which are profited by, this is my own notes here, unhealthy diets, my own notes, profited by industry, supported by governments. Lack of physical activity, profited by healthcare systems, supported by governments. Smoking and secondhand smoke, profited by industry, supported by government. Excessive use of alcohol, profited by industry, supported by government. Leading causes of death globally. At a global level, 7 of the 10 leading causes of death in 2019 were non-communicable diseases. These 7 causes accounted for 44% of all death, or 80% of the top 10. However, all non-communicable diseases together accounted for 74% of the deaths globally in 2019. I hope this is sinking in by now. And what are non-communicable diseases? That's your cardiovascular diseases, your cancer, your chronic respiratory disease, and diabetes. And then if we look at diabetes, chronic respiratory disease, or cardiovascular diseases, all underlying conditions of COVID. Remember the num num feeding yourself unhealthiness? That's what we've been doing as a society. 60% of all consumption of foods are ultra processed, and out of that 60%, 80% of that product is sugars and so on and so forth, right? We are eating unhealthiness all the time, hence the underlying conditions, hence the unhealthiness that the World Health Organization is putting out in black and white data. How much more data, like I said on previous podcasts, do you need to listen to the data, right? Let's keep going here. I've written here, careful of the ripple effects of your actions and words. And I'm speaking to everyone from the top down, from governments down, from the people up, right? Be careful of the ripple effects of your action and word, as unless it spreads love and respect, the resentment may turn to hate, which history has proven that such weaknesses is unhealthy for humanity. This is a water drop. And if you look at that water drop, it falls to center. And that center has a ripple effect. And that ripple effect, and that's what I tell people when I talk about there's no right, there's no left. We use the term left and right and so on and so forth. But I talk about the ripple effect because the extremists are on the edges, outer edges of that drop of water. That drop of water, that's your yin and yang, that's your balance, that's your center, that's your love and respect for humanity. And as it spreads out, it thins out. And the uncivilized become part of the norm in some communities, which is what we do not want to get into as a society, at least not a civilized society. Today, we live in a world in 2020 where we target the non-mask wearers, the 1 out of thousands. We're looking for them. We're looking for the non-mask wearers. When if I look at, when I go to any big box stores or any malls or anything, and I have been non-stop from day one of COVID. I run multiple corporations, and a lot of them are in industries that have never, ever, ever stopped. Just like your law enforcement, just like your first responders, just like your couriers, they have never, ever, ever stopped. And they wear their masks, and that some do. But when you go to public places, your malls, when you go to your big box everything that seem to have carte blanche, they don't have to take data, they don't have to take temperatures, they just seem to have this halo above them that are protected. But yet, as a society, we have become self-deputized to go looking for the 1 out of 1,000 that is not wearing a mask. So in 2020, we're not only looking for Waldo, we are attacking the Waldos. I hope that sinks in for you today, and I hope you believe in longevity, and I hope that you spread the word of wellness and you protect the working class. Jean-Guy Bourguignon, EFA 199.